Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile.
On Monday, today at 8, as promised.
As promised.
As promised, the MARCI Mondays. Get used to it. Now, we are missing my co-host, but she'll be here in a little bit. But that's fine, because today we have a lot more to talk about than hair. It was going to be mainly hair, but it's more than hair today. Should we wait for a little more people to arrive on this live?
Yeah, we always have a issue of in the city of Detroit we have a lot of street names that are similar to street names in other cities and things like that, so people get mixed up on where to come. So we're missing her co-host because she ended up in a whole totally different city.
Well, it was my fault. I didn't specify that we were in Detroit
Right.
when I gave her the address, and everybody doesn't spend most of their time in Detroit. Yeah, there's her chair waiting for her, Kiera. Anyway.
So what's on your agenda for today? What's on your topic of conversation on what kind of MARCI are you having on us today?
The MARCI I'm having on you today is going to start with how my day started.
Uh-oh.
So I started out today getting dragged on Facebook about baby hair, and it's totally fine. Facebook put that to an end for us via Mrs. Frances Haugen.
Okay, but you have to explain. You just told them you got dragged about baby hair, but you're not telling the story. Like what you like, people are gonna be wondering what you're talking about. You can't talk about stuff and then not get into the details. I mean, what do you know?
Listen. People with fine hair right now think I'm against them. It's not true. It's not true. There was
What was
picture,
the post about? Like what was going on?
The picture there was a picture of a lady that we thought was black to begin with, but it doesn't matter. She had some laid baby hairs on the back of her neck, and a caption on the picture said, "Woo, this right here be making us want to knock y'all up." It was circling like the straight hair on the neck hair. So I decided to give some advice to anybody who definitely who feels like those type of strands make them want to procreate. So I offered them, why don't you just date who have all those hairs? Date the type of people who have all those hairs, which are normally white women. So I got a lot of backlash for that. The main backlash was, but a lot of black women have that hair too. So that wasn't none of the point at all. My point was, if you want more silky silk, and it makes you want to milky milk, go get it. So I made a new friend on Facebook today. I hope she's watching. Her name is Indigo. She dragged me the best today. She dragged me right by my Beta beads, if you ask her. The Beta beads, that's what she said. So she definitely let me know that women with fine hair are invited to the cookout. I never disqualified them. You are definitely invited to the cookout. Don't know what you can bring to cook. Just kidding. But you're definitely invited to the cookout. No problem there. But that's actually still going on my page. If you look at it, the whole thread. I can't really go and look at a lot of the comments, but basically I think I'm mad because my hair isn't like that. What they think. Or see. Sorry, I'm out. I keep coming out the camera. And it's very ironic that came up because the topic today was going to be mainly about black hair and the state of black hair and how we're carrying it among the community. I invited my homegirl Kiera. She is a hairstylist. Who will be here shortly. And I consider her and I some OGs kind of in the hair game. I I mean, I'm not a big OG. I'm only 32. You know, it's OGs and way older than I am. But we used to do hair back in the days, when we were 10, 15 years ago, maybe even 20 years ago. So I noticed a lot of differences in the climate of the black hair community, especially the way we're doing business, mainly. Scamming is very popular. Now, I don't know if you've seen online, it's a lot of people complain. Do you follow Detroit Sell Everything, or are you?
I'm in so many groups, and I get so many notifications that I see it, but I don't really follow any of it. So I mean, I'm probably I'm in the group, but I don't see everything.
Well, and there's groups like that, and then there are groups that are geared more toward hair and beauty.
I mean, yeah,
and
Facebook groups, right? Niche groups, right?
So specifically for Detroit and other cities, but there's a ongoing trend right now of people taking deposits and just not following up. I'll do your hair. Yes, I have this time available. Walk them through the whole process, and the person, even a week or two later, is like, oh, I'm outside ready to get my hair done, and the person's like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. Your deposit could have been $5, $10, $50. But it seems like an ongoing trend in the
and this is just something about in the hair game that's going on right now, or just...
especially during the pandemic, because it was so hard to get a legitimate hair appointment or a decent hair appointment with someone you could trust. Or how about this? The salons were actually closed, so you had to find your own stylist. And you had to abide by whatever rules they had, because maybe they were in their house. And a lot of these rules are very controversial, some of the rules.
So they're taking deposits and then just basically running off with that deposit, and
not everybody.
Stacking deposits basically is what they're doing.
I've seen it happen a lot of times. I mean, dozens and dozens of times. And there are people that constantly do this. There are repeats. There are repeat offenders who do not even change their Facebook page. Wow. And are people are so taking advantage of people being desperate. People are very desperate. So that kind of hurts me, because that didn't used to go on. I know deposits they haven't come around. They haven't been around for that long. Maybe like in the past decade they got pretty big with online booking.
Right, stuff like that.
Since people could.
And then that'll make you really, really weary about any business that's taking deposits now, because it's like, I've experienced this on. In the hair, getting my hair done. So now, per se, if somebody wanted to book an interview for your show and they had to, put a deposit down, it's like, I don't want to. So it kind of messes up business for a lot of people.
For everybody, the whole service industry. And it's not just the financial aspect or the transactional aspect, it's the customer service that I hear a lot of complaining about. I don't know whether to blame the age or maybe the strain of the that the stylists are enduring now, but it seems like we're not even being humane to each other sometimes when it comes to just simple hair appointment. Whether
are we that hard up for money right now? Everybody is we scheming and scamming each other on.
I think a lot of people
legitimate business opportunities.
People don't have as much time to waste in the salons anymore, and a lot of people, I think, don't think stylists didn't really adjust to that. I think the demand for black hair services is that high that some people can really abuse. The thing is, I'm not gonna sit here and bash stylists. I am a stylist, and I've been out of the game for maybe a year or so. I do hair here and there, but
you're not bashing all stylists. You're bashing the ones that's actually doing this, abusing their position in the in the game.
I know. I mean, and people might say, oh, this person's that great, they can do that, but actually, it only lasts for so long until someone else that can satisfy them totally, not just aesthetically, but definitely in terms of service and price. So now, I do think another aspect of why this is going down is black women in general don't have the general knowledge we used to have about how to maintain our hair back in the days, like in the 90s and maybe even before then. There was a certain thing. There was a certain.
Or if is it that, well, I guess it's kind of saying the same thing. Women are just more dependent now on having that that look of being done up, you know. But then that goes back to what you said. They don't know how to do it themselves. To make a long story short, they don't know how to maintain themselves or to look themselves.
We're not as good as maintaining our own hair as we used to be, and I think it's because it's a few reasons. Well, we're not used to having this much hair. I can say it's been a while since this many black women have had this much healthy hair on their head. We've been protecting it for so long, so it's like we have to learn all over again how to detangle, condition, and the fine silky hair people. I know y'all don't have this struggle. I know y'all are definitely over there with your wide tooth combs having a blast. You know, I know y'all don't have this struggle, but or maybe in the middle of your head. Maybe in the middle of your head I'm talking about. Maybe I'm only speaking to the middle of their heads. Maybe the edges of their heads. I'm not talking to your edges. I'm talking to your the center where it gets coarse. So I wanted Kiera here is because she's been doing hair longer than me, and she actually...
Yeah, because you ain't supposed to be talking to me about hair. I don't know shit about hair.
I know. You know, you got nice hair, Mark. You know?
I actually do. I guess I do. So I've been told, you know, but I'm not a stylist. I just kind of brush it and wash it. It's nothing.
Okay, what kind of products do you use on your hair?
Water and a brush.
Okay.
Yeah, for the most part, a do-rag. And, yeah, I mean, I don't really put grease in my hair. Like, when I first started... with my 360s, I had Sporting Waves. You know, you put the Sporting Waves in your shit. You know what I mean?
The blue can.
No, the black one. The black one.
Okay, the black can.
Yeah,
It's less water in that one.
Yeah, so
it's more grease based, not water based. It's more oil based, I think.
I started off with that, but I don't need to put it no more. I don't, you know.
You don't need to put it anymore. Your hair is trained, is what you're saying.
It's trained to the point where a few years ago, I cut my 360s off and went back to the fade. And I had the waves were imprinted in my scalp. They were in my skin. So yeah, because I didn't have
You developed waves in your scalp.
Yeah, I mean that's just from I guess wearing the do-rag and pressing down. It's like indented into my damn scalp. You know, it damn near looked like kind of like you ever seen those people with the wrinkles in their head?
Yeah.
It was not that deep, but it was like I have it, and it's the same design as my wave. The spiral in the back of my head was in my scalp.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I think I remember that.
You don't remember that.
Yeah, it was a picture. It was a picture.
You don't remember that.
It was a picture.
You don't remember that.
I remember that. I do.
No, you don't. I don't think I had pictures of it.
Well, that's what I used today. I used oil spray. Since Kiera's not here yet, I really want to touch on this Facebook blackout.
Man, what the hell happened? It was Hurricane Zuckerberg happening. We couldn't come outside for 8 hours. I had to put a welfare check on my page and make sure everybody was okay. Like, is everybody's page still standing? Everybody all right? Your windows are still up on your page? And
I mean, I had a little
is the door still open?
I had a little panic attack. I was like, okay, is T-Mobile down or are my phones officially both broken?
I panicked for about the first 5 minutes because, and then I went on Twitter to see that it was actually a thing with everybody. Like, I thought it was just my page. It was like error with your page, cannot reach your page. Like, what the fuck? My page got shut down?
Man,
so I was like
Twitter.
pissing on myself a little bit for the first 5 minutes. I was a little worried about the situation, but once I went to Twitter and I seen that it was Instagram, Facebook Messenger, and the WhatsApp that was down, then I was like, all right. So it's everything connected to Facebook. Zuckerberg didn't pay his bill.
That's what it seems like. He didn't pay his bill, right? It's the beginning of October, and they gave him 4 days to pay it. First 5 days, he didn't pay it, and they cut off his service, is what it seemed like. That's what it seems like.
But then you had another theory. You came and dug up some information in regards to some sort of big cover-up or something that Facebook might be going through right now. What was the deal with that?
I mean, to shut down after someone has outed you, it has to be some kind of cover-up or fixing you're doing. So
what was there? Facebook was outed about something or what? Who Zuckerberg?
Facebook was outed by, her name is Frances Haugen, a data scientist formerly for Pinterest and Google, and Facebook I believe now because she's not there. Decent white woman, She took the job at Facebook years ago under the condition that she would be working in the department where they monitor misinformation and monitor things online that incite violence and jacked up stuff on Facebook that she says are ruining society. Specifically, she calls it civic integrity, monitoring the information. She was hired to do this building up to the election in 2020. She was hired to make sure that that not too much BS was going to go on. Not too much misinformation
was published on social media.
Was published on
being
Facebook.
Spread on social media.
Correct, being spread on social media and messing up this election. Now, she went on 60 Minutes last night. Did an interview dragging Facebook. She said that she knew she was in a position where she had to do something at work. So what happened was, she's saying that Facebook lied about what they monitored as far as misinformation and what incited violence. Let me back up. Since she did that for the election,
probably got a lot to do with that the Capitol riots as well.
I'm about to get to that. So, but she did that for the election. So they said, boom, monitor all that. As soon as the election happened, they turned it off. They got rid of the civic integrity department that she was working in. She said, whoa, you got rid of that department? And then the stuff led up to, a few months later, the riots at the Capitol happened. So literally right when they let up, okay, boom, we're not going to monitor this anymore, the riots happened. So I guess they were done with that budget.
So basically, Zuckerberg needed a few hours to clean up his mess. He had a lot of evidence that probably was still lingering on the Facebook server.
She copied
that would point in his direction in regards to these things being, so.
Because he did ignore a lot of stuff that was happening that led up to that Capitol riot, and he also let people make decisions. She copied, it says, about tens and thousands of documents that show where Facebook lied about monitoring the content posted. It says that they monitor less than 5% of the cases that are reported. That I don't want to keep saying incite violence. They said I was inciting violence.
They said that what did they say? That I was giving, I'm trying to get the exact word, because I was talking about COVID, and they gave me a flag and said that I was giving out false medical information. Like I was trying to diagnose people or convince them or tell them what they should do. And it's getting to the point now you can't even have a basic conversation about your opinions on something on social media, because now they can be viewed as, the fact checkers are going to pop up and try to fact check your opinions. These are opinions, you know what I mean? Or just research.
I think if they feel like some opinions are will make somebody do something,
influence them. And then somebody like me who has 70,000 people following him, I could be seen as an influencer, I guess.
So stop being opinionated. Unless it's
shut up and
super
play
political.
Basketball. Just shut up and play ball.
Be opinionated, but actually think about it. Was your opinion giving out misinformation? I mean, I can't say.
I wouldn't say that, because I'm not giving out information. I'm just expressing my opinion. I'm not saying that this is actual fact or this is, you know what I mean?
I feel you.
And then sometimes, right, with there being so many contradictory facts out there about this specific thing, talking about COVID, you never know, on either side of the scale, no matter if you're saying this or that, it can be seen as a lie, because or the fact checkers can come up and flag you, because
especially based on the words you're using, because they clearly flag certain words.
Yes.
They flag certain words,
there
which
are
is
trigger words out there today.
I'm very interested as to how they're on my tail. Everything I'm posting, but y'all only monitor less than 5% of the cases, and y'all only you act on less than 5%. And I can really get more detailed. They said they act on less than 1% of specifically the reports that say somebody's inciting violence. So they got to be me total. I got to be the 0.6%, 0.06%. 0.6%.
0.6, I guess.
Not 60%, but definitely
No.
less than 1%.
Right.
Definitely. 0.06%. Yes. That gotta be me that they're on. So, let me see. I was wondering how long is this shutdown gonna last? And I start immediately thinking about life. Okay, whose number do I have?
Yeah, I was just wondering how long it was gonna, I figured Facebook was just having some kind of server issue because it was unique to all of Zuckerberg's sites: Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger. It was all of his shit that went down. So I knew it was only going to be a matter of time before it came back up. I was just wondering, like, how long was it going to, and what was the reason for it? Because every time this happens before, right, Facebook is usually like updating something, and they come back with all these kind of strange configurations, and shit is in a different spot and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, now what's about to happen now?
I didn't even put two and two together that it was the Facebook that was down until someone told me. I was testing on my computer, on my phone, because honestly, that's happened before. Like you said, it's gone down for a few minutes, but I don't know. I thought Facebook's life was going to change today. I thought it was going to be different. And White Mark deserves it.
White Mark deserves it?
White Mark deserves it. He deserves it. He let this stuff brew. I mean, alt-right, far-right, extreme content is the least monitored content on here. But the moment I say black this, the moment I say go to hell, and
I mean, even in
my mom's watching, I can't.
The early days of Facebook videos, right? Because remember, Facebook when it first came out, there wasn't videos; it was just text, basically stats. With them, they're like Twitter. There wasn't even pictures that you could post on your status on your wall, right? When the videos came out, you could start uploading videos. I remember a time where there was a lot of gory or even sexual, pornographic type videos that was out. You know what I'm saying? That was
on Facebook, and they had to get a lockdown on that.
Yeah, and that's what kind of initiated the whole situation with it being clamped down like it is now. But it's still peculiar to me that they're kind of like discriminatory on what they clamp down on or what they restrict and what they don't restrict. Still.
You know what? It's very interesting to me that I feel like they come for what black people have to say. I mean, we're not storming the Capitals. Where were you all when they sat there and organized these groups, literally on Facebook? There are so many far-right groups on Facebook. They said they cleaned them up. I don't think that much because they're Zuckerberg's friends. How about that? Let's just be honest. They're friends.
They're funding him.
They're funding them, and they're friends. And she says that Facebook decided to put profits before people. They knowingly allowed certain information or certain content, angry content that angers people and stirs them up, which because they know that would get people's attention longer, which people will be clicking more. They let these stay online for money.
Right.
And they let up.
It's clickbait. And the more clicks you get, the more attention and traffic that you get to generate money for the website. So
also, she made another point saying that Instagram is harming young women as far as body imaging, body
shaming, and just confidence wise, maybe.
Yeah, all these filters and all this stuff. Like,
oh, there's a condition for it. I forget.
It's called body dysmorphia. Body dysmorphia.
But it's that's it. But it's like
I believe.
I think you are actually right when it's like you become conditioned to seeing yourself with this filter on to the point where you look at your real self and you feel ugly. You don't like your real self.
Oh, I don't even know if that's body dysmorphia, but I think that might be something
it's
like
it. It's like a Snapchat. I'm gonna look it up, see, because it's it was on TV. They had a whole diagnosis for this people because it's a Snapchat filter over them developing some type of mental issue over how they look. Let me look at the.
And I mean, I guess if you are constantly looking at pictures of scrolling through pictures of people who are really photoshopped and really filtered up and really
Snapchat dysmorphia.
Oh, Snapchat dysmorphia.
Snapchat dysmorphia.
I've never heard of that one.
Okay. Let me look this up real quick. It says as it loads, Snapchat dysmorphia is the stress of social media driving teens to plastic surgery. So they get surgery to make themselves look like their filters. That's what it was. Yes. Let me see if I can find a quick insert about it just to give it. But yeah, that's basically what it is. And I got it confused with what you were saying. But yeah, they actually get surgery to make themselves look more like their Snapchat filters. And it's not just teens. It's just that article was kind of specific to teens, but that's a thing.
I do feel bad that our teens are going through that. Teens are feeling like they feel pressured to look a certain way. They already go through that in high school. I mean, and I guess to scroll past it all day. But for some reason, I never thought that was going to be a point of hers. I mean, maybe because I accepted being plus size at a very young age.
And they have a specific. It
wasn't easy, but it became easy.
Specific excerpt highlighted on this article about the possible connection between stress and social media use.
Oh, absolutely! I believe everything they're going to say about it. Really. I try to tell my followers, and I haven't told them in a long time. Not even my followers. I don't have followers. I got friends. I try to tell my Facebook friends all the time, do not compare yourself to anyone else at any time for any reason. There's no point in doing any of that. There's no point in comparing yourself to somebody else. And if you got to tell yourself that every day because you're scrolling on Facebook every day, then do it.
Yeah, it says the first little couple of sentences that while you're seeing your own imperfections in the mirror is nothing new. Having the knowledge about what you could look like without them is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like looking at yourself in the mirror and realizing your imperfections is like people been doing that forever. But being able to see yourself without your imperfections is something new. You know what I'm saying? The more time people spend on social media, the more their brains are being affected by the content they're exposing themselves
thinking what they're
to.
supposed to look like.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
And
it makes them feel worse over time about themselves after, seeing you looking at yourself in the filter. And then you go back and look at yourself in real life, and your brain is being accustomed, is being wired to what you look like with the filter. You go back to the mirror, and you feel bad. Yeah,
you feel bad. That does make sense, and I guess that's definitely one of her points. She's saying these girls are definitely too young to handle that kind of pressure. I mean, we never really had to handle that. Not really. Scrolling all day when we were growing up, we didn't have this, but the camera phone did come into play. But we had to deal with those smudgy pictures. You need to get a good light, flip that phone up, or flip it down. Or if you had the front screen flip. Now, I had the front screen flip phone camera. I had the camera where you can open it and you can close it and see yourself. The selfie flip phone. Mm-hmm. And
the call-in line is open if anybody want to chime in on the conversation down there, 313-723-0481. You see it down there in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. So call us up. Y'all want to talk to Marcy, because I'm just her unofficial co-host right now. I'm really the engineer, but I'm just talking to her because her co-host's not here yet.
So I agree with everything the lady said, the whistleblower said, except for this one part. She said she is empathetic to Mark. She feels bad about she feels bad for him because, of course, he did not want this platform to have this type of result, but she understands that he did allow people to make decisions that allowed this to happen.
What's going on, caller? Who is this and where you calling from?
Yes.
What up? This is Robert from Detroit.
Hey, Robert. How you doing, Robert?
I didn't want to hear your mouth. I'm good, Marcy. How are you?
I'm good. You know what?
So what are we talking about?
Right now we're talking
Obviously, I've been watching. We talking about the whistleblower chick.
Yes, absolutely. And she blew it. She blew it, didn't she?
She blew that motherfucker.
She blew it wide open.
He was on Facebook. Facebook was shut down. He was hiding stuff. He was cleaning servers. You know how it go.
I heard the employees were locked out because that's how bad the systems were jacked up. They couldn't even get in to fix the issue, so that's what took it so long. That's what I heard.
The feds got in and locked that shit down. They went in there and
exactly.
They couldn't use their key fobs to get in. It did not work.
Nigga, you about to be in federal Facebook jail now. You talking too much.
And that's what I'm trying to understand.
Fair time, homegirl.
They gave me a warning earlier today. I'm like, let me just chill out. And then, like I said, when the shutdown happened, I was like, oh, it's real. They really said, forget me. I couldn't log in.
It's because you was attacking them baby hairs.
It's specifically. Did you see how they did me?
Specifically, I did.
That's fine, though, because I still believe in what I believe in. Nobody with no texturizer or no stretched out hair going to come to me and tell me that
Well, it's always somebody with a matted bird's nest up under a matted wig. They think they got all the answers. You know how that goes.
Robert.
What?
That was mean, but it was needed. And
I know.
I absolutely agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. I agree with you.
It's always the humpiest and the bumpiest that have the most to say. Those that can't get from the east side to the west side without a map. That's in every aspect of life.
Without a map. Let me tell you, I brought me and my B2Bs over here on the east side with a map. My naps
GPS.
My naps and my maps.
Your naps and your maps. Well, you all set to go.
That's all I needed. That's all I needed to get
Well,
here.
Marcy, we listening, so...
Who you over there with?
We just showing you some support. Just me and the baby.
Hey, Bina. How you doing?
Marcy, say hi. See?
Hi, Marcy.
Hey, girl. Auntie Marcy love the kids.
Period. All right. Well, I'm listening. We listening.
Okay.
Have a good show.
Thank
but
you.
You know, I called in. No
Yeah.
problem. I might
Absolutely.
call back. Who knows?
Okay, if it gets hot, you definitely pick it up.
We'll do free nights and weekends. We out here.
Okay.
Bye.
That's my brother. That's my brother.
Dig it.
So he always gives it the rundown. He always gives it the way it's supposed to be. Says what I ain't gotta say. But I hope Kiera's I hope she's
Yeah,
making it
where's your
all
guess?
right.
Where's your guess? Text her and see where she at.
Let's text
Y'all
her, see what
supposed to be
she
talking about
is.
hair. I can't talk about hair. I don't know about girls' hair. I can't talk about hair with you, so I don't. I know I got.
And you
good
don't
hair.
use products on your hair.
Yeah, I
so
don't. Yeah, a do rag and a brush, and I wash it.
Good
You know what I mean?
hair.
Like what?
You know I got good hair.
Body wash. You know what I mean? Shampoo, maybe.
We could talk about this Mercury in retrograde and all this
Is
weird.
that why shit is fucking up right now?
I can name so many things that
I'm
have
staying
been
in the
happening.
house. I didn't even know this shit. I'm staying in the house out the way because last Mercury record Metro, it just fucked my whole.
Mercury PCS.
Yeah.
I saw somebody get hit by a car last night. I was out doing the Lord's work, and it was real late at night, and I was passing out pamphlets in the parking lot. Oh, it's Kiera. And I thought I saw a car. I thought I saw somebody get hit, I thought I saw a car run over a tire. Heard a car run over a tire. Actually, someone got hit by a car, and that's exactly
Where were you at?
like 7 Mile Lasser area.
Had to be on 7 Mile.
7 Mile Lasser area, and that person was well. That person did make it, and they got in the car. I saw them moving. They got in the EMS, but along with that, and along with today, a little child was lost in my neighborhood. I had to help the child out, and people were outside looking. It was very uncomfortable. A lot of weird stuff has just been happening, and I just want everybody to be safe.
Yeah, I'm staying.
If you know of anything,
this Mercury record, that last one fucked me all the way up.
Metropolitan.
Fuck my summer all the way
Neapolitan ice cream. The last, if anything crazy has happened to you,
turn your vibrator off, Marcy. We can hear it.
I thought it was going dead. That's why I was gonna let it go dead.
No.
So
Over there with your rolls on and shit, like.
I lost my train of thought now.
What the hell? Where you guess at?
She's outside.
Oh, well, you didn't tell me that.
I thought I did.
No, you didn't. You just looked at me funny.
I said it's Kiera. We gotta go get her off the elevator. Yeah, we're gonna get this 20 minutes in with Kiera, and we're gonna get her opinion on everything we just talked about. And that should definitely seal the deal. Oh, and don't forget, call me. If Mercury has been retrograding around you, give me a call and let me know the craziest thing that's happened to you this week. The craziest thing that you can say, oh, it's definitely some weird stuff going on. Maybe Kiera, beautiful self, oh my goodness.
Hi.
I'm glad you showed up. Look at you. Look at you. Is that the right seat?
Yeah, she good. Yeah, I'm just turning her mic up, making sure she.
The headphones.
I think I didn't put my headphones on.
So you can hear the callers if they call in. So how you doing?
I'm good now.
You good now?
I'm sorry that I sent you to the wrong place.
That's okay. I'll take half the credit for that.
It is 7 Mile. It is 7 Mile Radio. I don't know what made you
But
think
you
it was
know what?
way.
7 Mile and Middle Belt.
This
7
is
Mile and
the
Middle Belt.
funny thing about it, though. I said, damn, did he move to the suburb? And they tell nobody. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I was like, he be getting to them scenes quick as hell for him to be coming all the way out.
Still in the hood with it.
Well, we basically just been talking about what we were going to talk about anyway, but it's great that you're here because I want to get your perspective.
Get a little closer to your mic too so they can hear you too.
Okay.
Perfect.
Well, first of all, this shutdown, where were you and what were you doing during the Facebook blackout?
That's really funny. I was on the computer working from home.
Okay.
And it was real slow. You know, I do academic advising, and nobody's registering right now. But anyway.
Can I say where?
Yeah, you can say where.
Henry Ford Community College.
So, yeah. Super slow working from home. And then it turned into my lunch break. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to scroll a little bit, post some pictures for my, social media or whatever. And I get scrolling on Instagram, nothing. Go on Facebook, nothing. Then
Nothing.
I'm like, damn,
Nothing.
did we pay the cable bill?
Everybody started thinking about bills. Is T-Mobile down?
It was Zuckerberg that didn't pay the damn bill. That's what happened.
So I was like, fuck it, man. I'm this bored now. I'm so bored. I'm about to wake the baby up. I'm gonna wake the baby. And that's what I was doing. Lay down.
But you're not really big. You're not big. You don't care about being on social media all the time anyway. So you were probably like, who cares?
You don't realize how often you pick this damn thing up
Until you
and just
got it.
start scrolling. But
Especially Instagram. That's my scroll city,
I only really do Facebook. I do the others because, marketing and stuff, but I really don't want to. I'd rather someone else do that. Facebook only. Family, friends.
So
Yeah.
I have a question for both of y'all. If you all had a chance to start your own social media network, what would be like 3 things that you would have to have for sure, or three questions you would ask for clearance?
For clearance?
Oh yeah,
to get on that get on that social media. Like, what would be the requirement? Like, what I've been thinking too. I don't know.
Facial identification.
Okay.
I mean, if you can do that with your phone and your thumbprint and all that stuff,
Because
I kind of understand why Facebook got to the point where they was requiring people. They were having people send their IDs to. You never
I
experienced
had
that.
to do that.
on Facebook.
Yeah, they had changed because like it was a point in time where people they was creating crazy names. Like people would be.
They're still doing it.
Yeah, because I don't know. I guess they got more lenient on it. But it was like, Mark, I'm from Detroit, and you know better than to fuck with me, DeAndre and shit. You know what I mean? It was like that ain't your real middle name. And shit.
Oh,
so then they make you
yeah.
put your ID in and then change your Facebook name to your real name, and that's what they would do. So, but like for that aspect, just for the sake of like criminals and crime and all of that type of stuff that's going on right now, trafficking and all of this stuff that's going on with the kids. Like, you want to know who's on your website and what type of stuff they own. You know what I mean?
And why not? Because fake. What do you need fake profiles on there for?
To get right, you're right. Avoid all of the catfishing because today's world is way different than. It's the same, but just more accelerated than the internet when it first started. When we talking about Black Planet and AOL and all that, it's the same, but it's just way more tools and stuff out there for the crazy people.
These might be things we have to really think about because with this going on, we don't know if White Mark is really going to resolve what's actually going on. People might have to start another social media platform. I mean, Facebook has had it in the bag for how many years?
Damn, how long has it been? I mean,
Black
I got on
Planet.
in 2005.
Black Planet was probably the longest going. I mean, no, Facebook has outdone Black Planet, hasn't it?
Yep, definitely.
As far as its popularity,
come
its
on.
golden years.
Come
I'm not
fuck
talking
on,
about like
man.
performance. I'm talking about like how as long as Black Planet was hot, was Facebook as long as Black
Facebook
Planet was
has
hot.
already been hotter longer than Black Planet was hot.
Yeah.
Black Planet was only probably hot for maybe about 5 years at the most. It don't seem like it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Crushbot was around for maybe about 3. right? And then what was the other one we had? Was a
MySpace.
MySpace. MySpace and Black Planet would be good rivals. They was around for about the same amount of time. You know what I mean? They had about the same impact, I would say. But Facebook and has taken over all of them. You know what I mean?
And like I said, I know White Mark did not expect all this to happen, but let's be real. His leniency with racism, just his leniency. With
racism come on, man. He is White Mark, right?
He's white. He's right, far right, probably.
Right.
He doesn't
right Mark. That's what we call him from now on. Right Mark.
Right Mark.
Yeah.
Far right Mark.
Because we don't want to get flagged for no kind of none of the
Do you
trigger
think it was
words.
a breach?
Y'all
don't think it was a breach? Some
like
type of breach, because he's made our information available before, or allowed it to happen.
The mailing address for Facebook is one hacker way.
Yeah, hacker way.
Slap me in the face.
But see, the street is actually hacker way though, and I think they changed the name to that after Facebook headquarters was moved onto that street. So
so I'm thinking Facebook got there and then they put hacker way there. Smack us.
Right.
Smack us. My homegirl.
The hacker way. We're gonna take this country out the hacker way.
The hacker way. Hacking is definitely going down.
Here's the thing though, what people fail to realize. Even like with this coronavirus that's going on right now, we're actually at war. The old days of war is over, where we go and drop bombs on people and shoot up.
They doing some other stuff.
It's technical. They're using the weather. They're using biochemicals, and they're using They're using the internet. You know what I'm saying?
The way they use the internet is so annoying. These fake profiles. They keep trying to join my air fryer group. I had to block like 30 fake air frying people.
Why would they do that?
Why would they do that? It was like all these profiles that were just formed December 2020, or they're grown people. Why all y'all just formed in 2020 and y'all got two first names?
There are a lot of hacker, right? Yeah, right. Two first names, just strange ass names. There's a lot of fake hacker profiles. I get a lot of those requests too, and it's just be like, even like what was it? The fake money, though. I ain't gonna say fake money. The digital money, motherfucker, Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
All of those motherfuckers that's adding you and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
now it's a bunch of psychics too.
You get psychics?
Psychics posting under like those big posts with large comments.
Oh yeah, or the people with the movies, right? The movie spammers, and they be spam. That's how you know when your post going viral, when they start putting movie comments in your shit.
You somebody.
Yeah, you somebody when they start posting the new movies.
And I like
comments.
The people with double pages, you already got a page, you get another friend request. I don't know how that keep happening, but it happens to a lot of older people in my family. Like,
the double page.
I got locked out. I forgot my password on my other page, and I can't get my.
Look, that's not me. I'm like, go ahead.
Come on, right.
I got locked out of that one. I got a new phone. I got a new computer, so I got a new page. Okay.
Oh God.
Okay. Did you see the meme where somebody's mother, like, took a picture of their phone and sent it a picture of a picture on their phone and sent it to their daughter, not really realizing they could have sent the picture from their phone to their daughter.
Say what now?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're speaking about people who don't really understand
the internet.
The internet, right?
So what did you say they did? I was lost.
This lady, she sent a picture of her phone to her daughter. Because she wanted her daughter to have a picture of what was on her screensaver.
So it was like a picture of her phone.
Yeah, she didn't know.
That's old people shit. That's old people shit right there. That's old people
Here's a picture of me and your dad. I wanted you to have it. But I guess she didn't know how to take it from the screensaver and send it. Be patient with those kind of people.
That's old people stuff.
So we also talked about, I don't want to go back over it, but we talked about how, was she here for the body dysmorphia conversation?
No.
She also said that Instagram is responsible for how do we describe this? Responsible for hurting little girls as far as body image.
Well, there's a thing called Snapchat dysmorphia, right? Where people are becoming accustomed to the way that they look in their Snapchat filters, so much so that they go and have face-altering surgery.
Oh, goodness.
To look like their filters.
This is more like about Instagram and about bodies and waist.
Oh, yeah.
You're
so accustomed. You're looking at yourself in the mirror, and then you look at yourself with the filter, and it's like, okay, I'm feeling more bad about myself looking at myself in reality because I'm so accustomed to what I see on the filter.
So they've named it.
Or other people, for that matter. Looking at other people and what they have and what they are.
And I think a lot of that is what's going on, really. People are looking
social
at
media
other
depression.
people.
And that don't even that doesn't even happen with just like with the body type, right? That can happen with like lifestyle. I'm hearing cases of that where you're just looking at people living life, taking trips and having things that you don't have, and it makes you depressed because you don't have it.
And you don't know how or what they're doing to get it. And speaking of deception, and this is along the line with our topic, another thing is these lace closures. They put in these lace closure for me. Look, this lace closure via. Listen, I want y'all to leave here with this. Everybody is blurring out their lace. Hear me close. They're blurring. Everybody's blurring out their lace. They're blurring it out with the app. Wow. Smudge, okay? You booking with these people, promising you ABC, you're going to get CDE.
Yeah.
They're blurring it out with what?
App.
It's a representation of their work to get you as a client.
Yes.
So they're photoshopping their quality of their work.
And as if this lace is laying like they saying it is. It's not, because when you see these people in person, you don't see it. So we got to find a term for that one too. Because 3 days and y'all can really be up. Let's be real. 3 days. I mean, unless you know how to maintain it yourself.
I'm not about to even go there with that.
I did bring up. I did talk about the black hair community and how we I mean, how we got where we were. You know, I don't know how if you still do hair. You still do something
for some people who know that I'm capable.
I know that's what I'm doing
for a long time. I'm more into makeup now, so
I can't wait to
Me either.
I'm modeling next week, guys. I'm going to be a face model.
She is gonna be
Where can I look?
MARCI.
Where's the camera?
Exactly. Right there. You can tell she new in the studio. She don't even
I know where the camera is.
It's right in front of your face. There it is. You just looked at it. They're right there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to be a face model next week, guys. So
was that you giving face right there? What was that? Is that what that was?
that's a preview. That's the preview. And I can't wait to work with Kiera on whatever project she's doing. I know it's going to be dope. Clearly she looks good. She's going to make me look good. I want that exact face you got right there.
Stop it. That's that thing we were just talking about earlier about looking at people's faces.
See, she got, what's her name? She got Kiera Dysmorphia now. So you're looking at Kiera and you want her face. Now you want her surgically put.
Stop comparing myself to Kiera. Understand?
What are we gonna do?
That she's gonna work her magic. But I'm definitely glad you made it here. Was the traffic bad?
No, I got the chance to test out my truck.
Congratulations on your new truck.
I was flying on the freeway. Thank you.
That's what you was doing, testing it out. So,
open that thing up.
I thought you got here pretty quick from where you said you was at. Like, okay, so you definitely opened it up a little bit.
I hope they don't put me over on 96.
And I wanted to text you like, please drive safe, Kiera.
I was doing my thing, but I wanted to test that speed out. Make sure it was what they said it was.
Well, I will say Detroit got some of the highest speed limits in the country.
Do they?
Or is it California?
I would put my money on California.
75 has one of the highest speed limits, I think. What is it, 80?
I don't think so.
Not in the city, it ain't. It ain't nothing 80 in the city.
Yeah, not in the city, for sure.
Well, Michigan, put it that way. Like, when you come out of Ohio, isn't that like one of the highest speed limits?
I'd have to Google that. I have to search that.
Yeah, I got pulled over coming back from Ohio for speeding.
I have to search that.
Get pulled over right when you cross the Ohio border. Right when you cross it.
She just don't want that to be true, because if that's the fastest spot in the country and she got pulled over some speed, then that means she got a problem. She's like, no, it wasn't right there. I got a speeding ticket right there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't really plan to drive to Ohio anytime soon, but this Michigan weather has me definitely ready to drive somewhere. I'm not used to this cold anymore. In Baltimore, I was able to wear open-toe shoes probably until like Thanksgiving, maybe.
Wow.
This is biting me in the butt a bit.
I don't know where temperature-wise would be best for me, because I can't do extreme heat either. I can't breathe in Florida
do extreme heat
in July. So,
if this winter is going to be anything like this summer has been as far as precipitation, are we going to make it? Are we going to make it through the winter?
You know, and I believe the reason why we're having this influx of rain got to do with all of the glaciers melting and us having extra water in the ocean. So, you know, and then global warming, so we got extra heat that's causing more water to rise into the clouds and more rain coming up. So,
Our Earth is fighting us back. It's beating us up.
It's whipping our ass. We've been shitting on the Earth long enough, and the Earth's now shitting on us.
And we owe it a hug. We really do. I don't know how we're going to do that. What, hug a tree? But how about this? Stop littering, for one. We can stop doing that.
Well, you know, it don't help because they just had that big ass oil spill over there in Cali right now. You know, we dealing with that shit. Like, I don't know, like how many.
Is that what the fuel issue is going on?
I think it's like
about
17 something million gallons of oil that's in the ocean over there in California right now. That just happened. They said a oil tanker. I mean, not a tanker, a boat. Its anchor split the line under the water.
I mean, what were you? What is he, drunk? Like.
So yeah, now we got 17, 18 million gallons of crude oil floating around in the ocean.
Poor animals, poor fish. Like,
that's what they talking about now.
Well, I definitely didn't look that up. I can check that out more when I dip out of here. I definitely thank everybody for tuning in today.
And we thank you for being here, as well as your guests.
Thank you.
And thank you for being here, Kiera. Thank you so much.
We gotta have you back. We gotta have you back so you can be on for the whole show now. So you know, go to the wrong 7 Mile Radio.
I'm from 7 Mile. This is crazy.
Yes, we're gonna do this again. The shutdown definitely is gonna take up most of our time today. So, everybody, stay safe. Stay out of these Facebook streets. Go to my page, share this video. I will be back here next week. Shoot me some topics, or if you still wanna converse about this any of these topics we discussed today.
Well, the hair thing too. We got to get back on the hair thing because she's the hairdresser, and she's the hair girl.
I really planned.
Talked about the hair.
I really planned on bringing props here. I planned on bringing some wigs, some lace closures, some bundles. I have it. I was going to just bring it here so we can really break down what's going on here, you know, because a lot of people are confused and a lot of people don't trust who is talking to them about it now.
Yeah.
Because they're spending money with them.
I give perspectives from all angles.
Yeah.
For sure.
So we're definitely still going to do this whenever it's a good time for you.
And anytime.
If you all have any hair questions that you want us to answer on the show, as stylists who definitely were cranking back then and definitely do still have some of the same values when it comes to healthy hair, we'll definitely answer those and get into them in a future episode.
Right.
So this is Have Marcy on Us, the podcast.
Tune in next week. At what time and what day are we on, Marcy?
Next week at 8 p.m. Make it a Marcy Monday.
There it is.
Make it a Marcy Monday. And follow me on Facebook.
Radio. 7 Mile Radio.